You may have seen Ed Harris in well-known movies such as Enemy at the Gates or Snowpiercer, but the one movie he played in from 2014 called Frontera must be one of the worst movies he has ever played in. One of the reasons why this movie is really bad is because of how you see the main character so little in the story. After all, this is about the wife of the main character played by Ed Harris being killed, yet he does not actually have that much of screen time, making the point of the story quite weak. Another reason why the movie is not good at all is because of how you see this deep dystopian emotional movie where it is all about how you deal with loss, grief, and friends. In general, when you take this deep emotional approach, it does not make it entertaining, and you have this deep dialogue that just hinders the story from progressing. A further reason is because the shooters are almost not in the story, so you see some moments when they are nervous about what they have done and such, but that's only a brief moment, and it largely concerns this guy that reluctantly becomes a shooter and later a murderer by accident, when they actually were the culprits in the story. It is very strange that they did not have a further input on the story itself, but I guess the point with the movie is more about how you always expect the Mexicans as the culprits in the story because they are used to illegal immigrants being among the criminals, and not some stupid kids that wants to play with guns. But the real culprit was, of course, the father of one of the boys that forgot to keep the room where he had a gun secure enough so the boys could not get in there to get weapons. Of course, that's a thing that could have worked if they actually were the criminals, these Mexicans, and such a stereotypical story is one I think would have worked much better. Although I understand the ambition of the director to make a story where the Mexicans are hard done but are not actually the culprits, rather they are the victims of prejudice like so many other people. In the story, you see some violent moments as this female character gets replayed by Eva Longoria, or an armed robbery by the other Mexican in the story that gets reprimanded by Michael Pena because he stole the truck. Nevertheless, the story is paper thin and just evolves one particular scene of interest as the main character's wife is killed, and it never feels tense in any way. In addition, Ed Harris does an act that's perfectly okay, but when he is this emotional character that seems like he's in a failed version of The Marksman where Liam Neeson played, which sort of looks like the same story, but even worse. And that's just another reason why this is one of the worst movies Ed Harris has ever played, and I will give this one a 4 out of 10.